to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will, so I continue to bring that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. And we got to go today, y'all. I said we got to go today, y'all. We talking some more about recruiting. We're analyzing South Carolina women's basketball's priority recruits in the class of 2026. That is going down today. Follow me on Instagram at Captain Will the OG. Captain Will the OG. Follow me on Twitter. Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Captain Will, the OG. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're watching me on Instagram, if you're watching me on Twitter, if you're watching me wherever you may be seeing your man Captain Will, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It means so much to me. Hit the notifications key. Hit the notifications so you can find out whenever I am doing a new show, and you be in the know with Captain Will. If you want to become a member, hit the join button on my homepage on the YouTube channel. If you are a company and want Captain Will to appear, show up, hit me up at cwill23@yahoo.com. Appreciate the love. So, who will be the next Aaliyah Boston? Who will be the next Tahina Pow? Those are some of the questions that Carolina fans have going into this 25-26 recruiting cycle. There has been so many players that have committed to various different universities already. There has been some doom and gloom for some Gamecock fans wondering why South Carolina is not getting those top tier talents to commit to South Carolina. We take you deep inside the recruitment process to reveal the next targets for this upcoming class. There's still a lot of folks out there that want to be a Gamecock. There's still a lot of folks out there who can play the game of basketball very, very well. We're going to discover the new talent that wants to don the garnet in black and be the next future of this program. The 2026 class is stacked with talent. There is a propensity of talented guards that's in this class. If you love the game of basketball and you love the recruiting process, you've heard of the names. Number one player in the country is Sanaya Hall, guard, committed to Southern California. Number two player in the country, according to ESPN Hoop Girls, Olivia Edwards, forward, committed to Tennessee. Number three player in the country, Big O herself, Olivia Bukasa, post player, is still open. Number four player in the country, Kay Harpering, point guard, committed to North Carolina. Number five player in this 2026 class, Jersey Robinson, one of my favorite players in this class, is open. Her recruitment is still out there. There's still a lot of players in this 2026 class for Carolina to get. Two of the top five players are still open. We still have a chance of getting the most dominant post player in the country in Big O. We have the chance to get a big guard, 6-foot Jersey Robinson, to come to South Carolina. If we fast forward to the 2027 class, And the number one player in that class is Kalina Smith, point guard, who I said for quite a while now was the best player in high school, regardless of class. I love Kalina Smith. Nobody's got her talents yet. Matter of fact, the top 5 players in the country in 2027 has not committed. There is elite talent in the 2027 class. Number 2, Ivana Wilson, Minyaka, guard. Number 3, Caroline Bradley, post player. Number 4, Giselle Banks, point guard. Number 5, Haley Ayers, guard. There's no doom and gloom in South Carolina in regards to potential elite talent showing up. We don't have to do all that. But here's the but. We do gotta get some of these players. Make no mistake about it now. Okay, we do gotta get some of these players. I believe in Dawn Staley, trust and believe. Y'all already know that. I believe in Dawn Staley. We gotta get some of these players. Olivia will be making a visit to South Carolina in the coming weeks. All right, I'm not sure when she's gonna make a visit, but she will be making that visit to come to South Carolina. If we're able to close the Olivia and her being a Gamecock to go along with Kelsey Andrews. Olivia's ranked number 3, the best post player in the country, 6'4". Go along with Kelsey Andrews, top 20 talent, second best post player in the country. You have a Twin Towers that would be unfreaking believable. That would be amazing. And we'll be set for the next 4 years. Lola Lampley, heard of her? 6'2" wing. Her and Jersey Robinson visited LSU over the weekend. Lola Lampley ranked 29th in the country, ranked 8th, best wing player in the country, 6'2". Yes, we need wings on this basketball team. Yes, we got 2 guards with Ayla McDowell and Agot McCurr, and you can say they're wings, you can say whatever they are, but we need wings on this basketball team. And we will talk about why later in the show. But those 2 players visited LSU combo. Lola is scheduled to visit South Carolina on October 16th. Dawn Staley loves to have the last visit for recruits. She wants to have the last say. You've seen the rest, now see the best, so to speak. Lola will be here in 4 days. We need to roll out that red carpet for the services of this talented 6'2" wing player. That has to happen because you know the LSU did everything they can to get to move the needle, so to speak, for Lola and Jersey Robinson. Jersey Robinson is a 6-foot guard, 5th overall recruit, 3rd overall guard in the country. They would love to get both of those players. And Jersey Robinson, I'm not sure when she's going to visit. Could visit soon. Hopefully, she does visit soon. We need those players because we need several players in this recruiting cycle. We got 1 in Kelsey Andrews. We probably need 2 or 3 more in this recruiting cycle. Brianna Crittenden could visit soon. She's another 6'3" wing, very talented, 8th overall, ranked the 2nd, wing in the country. Sarah Kogi, who I love, 6'3" international player, could visit soon. Dawn is out there recruiting worldwide, casting a wide net for young ladies to come to South Carolina. And I love Okogie. I mean, she's dope. She's awesome. Kaylee Wynn, 6'2" forward, talented player. She could visit soon. There's a lot of players. These are quote unquote must get players for Carolina. I listed 6 of them? I listed 6 players. We need to get 2 or 3 out of the 6 players that I just mentioned in order for me to have that warm and fuzzy feeling about this recruiting cycle, because we're going to be missing a lot of players for next season. So I don't want to dip into that transfer portal hard. I mean, it's a I don't want it to be a necessity. The lifeblood of dynasty level programs are recruiting. And that's what I want for South Carolina. If we had to actually like roll out the crystal ball and say who I believe that we are going to get over other basketball teams, other basketball programs, other terrific teams, the UConns, the LSUs, the Notre Dames, the Ohio States, the Texases, who I really believe. I mean, Jersey Robinson, we are finalists, okay? We're finalists along with UConn, LSU, and Oregon. I just mentioned to you that she's visiting. She's on a visit right now with LSU. But we are finalists. But it's so tough. It's so tough when you're competing against all the blue bloods. You know, UConn, we're fighting. The UConns, the LSUs, all these great teams are fighting for the same players, giving us some similar pitches. You know, NIL might be a big deal. You know, social media might be a big deal. Being, guaranteeing minutes might be a big deal for some of those players. You know, I don't think that Jersey has a favorite, so to speak. Well, let me change that. After this visit by LSU, the assumption is that LSU would be the favorite. That's why we got to get her to South Carolina for a visit. But we still in the thick of things with it. In terms of Olivia Bacosta, the finalists are UConn, LSU, Ohio State, Texas, and of course South Carolina. Supposedly Ohio State is favored. We'll see. That will definitely change when she comes for a visit, and that's the key thing. The official visits are the biggest selling points for these young ladies. Is when you can tell them real deal everything about your program. You show them what it's like being a Gamecock on campus. You show them what it's going to be like when they arrive. You show them facilities. You treat them. You give them the gold star treatment. That's why you have to get them on campus. Lola Lampley, like I mentioned, she'll be here on the 16th. You know, Carolina's a favorite. We have to get her here. Sarah Kogi, finalists along with UConn, LSU, Tennessee. There is a trend of the top programs fighting for the same young ladies to be their next star. Finally, Kaylee Wynn. We are finalists, and supposedly it's between us and Stanford. Now, she's from California. So it's going to take a lot to get a young lady to come over from the West Coast over to the Best Coast. Got to have her for a visit. It's a must. We have to have her for a visit. If we fast forward to next season, the reason that we got to get 3 or 4 players to commit to South Carolina is because if you look at the roster for next season, you're talking about Tessa, who's going to be a senior. You're talking about Ashlyn Watkins. If she comes back, the word is she will be back next season. She'll be a senior. You're talking about Maddy McDaniel, point guard extraordinaire, will be a junior. Joyce Edwards will be a junior. Adhel Tac will be a junior. Agot will be a sophomore. Ayla McDowell will be a sophomore. Kelsey Andrews, recent commit, will be a freshman. That is not enough players for the South Carolina women's basketball team. We are going to need a point guard. We're going to need a shooting guard, a wing, and a post player on this roster. And that's with Kelsey Andrews. If Ashlyn Watkins doesn't come back to South Carolina next year, you're talking about another player. So you're talking about 5 potential players, but I'm going to go with 4. I'm going to go with Ashlyn Watkins coming back to South Carolina next year. And 3 or 4 3 or 4 recruits, high-level recruits, 4 new players on this team. We could say get 2 more and then dip our toe into the transfer portal. If we get a player like Jersey Robinson, you got the shooting guard position. We good with the shooting guard position. Then you don't have to get a player in the transfer portal to play the shooting guard position. Right now, in terms of recruits, offers, so to speak, at this given time right now, there isn't a point guard. There isn't a point guard, a quality point guard that's being offered. So it may be a situation where Carolina does get a transfer point guard next season. There are multiple wings that has offers from Carolina. So the thought is that we will get a talented wing to come over to Carolina. Center, Olivia Bukasa will fill that need. It is so important, numbers-wise, to fill the gaps in terms of roster positions. Now, if you just go through the numbers, so Tessa, Ashlyn, Maddy, Joyce, Adhel, Agot, Ayla, and Kelsey. That's 8 players. Of those 8 players, you're talking about 7 5-star recruits, 7, talented basketball players. Kelsey Andrews is a 4-star recruit. She will be a 5-star recruit before it's all said and done. So we're going to assume there should be 8 5-star recruits on this basketball team. That is crazy. And that's an insane amount of talent of those just 8 players. But we need more, right? We need more. The fit factor is so important if we are talking about the South Carolina women's basketball team, because everybody doesn't fit the mold of being coached by Dawn Staley, the three-time national champions. Everybody doesn't fit in. That's why some of these players go to other schools. Let's be real. Everybody don't fit in. Everybody don't want to compete for minutes. And some of these players want to be guaranteed minutes or guaranteed a starting spot. That's just a reality of basketball in 2025. That's the era that we're in. Some of these players don't want to play a lick of defense. Y'all, I'm just keeping it real. Y'all know that. Some of these players just want to play offense because offense will get you commercials. Offense gets you these brand deals. Offense gets you your name out there. Defense don't as much. But with Carolina, you got to play defense. Also with Carolina, you got to compete every day in practice. Nothing is given to you. So the fit factor means a lot to me. I love, again, how Dawn Staley is creeping out to the international play, because there's so many talented young ladies across the world. Basketball is worldwide now. And sometimes you get those international players who play, real deal high-level basketball, and the transition isn't as much coming over for those young ladies versus some of these high school kids. But we got to beat those other basketball teams in regards to recruiting. We have to beat UConn. We have to beat LSU. We have to beat Texas, who's in our backyard. We have to beat those quality teams for the talented players. Because at the end of the day, some of these teams are using Carolina's success against us in terms of, sitting and waiting and watching. Like, you got to have to sit for a couple of years in order to play for South Carolina. Do you want to play soon? Do you want to play now? Do you want to start? And that's what's happening sometimes. So to me, it's not always about the players that the marquee players, so to speak. It's about the players that want to or that fits the mold of being a Gamecock. It may not be the number 1, number 2, number 3 overall player. Now, we've had some amazing number 1, number 2, number 3, top 5 players that come to South Carolina and who and wanted to play and who fit in the system of Carolina and wanted to be coached for Dawn Staley. But we've also lost out on several players going to other basketball teams that did not necessarily fit for South Carolina. The championship culture is awesome at Carolina. You know that you're going to compete for a championship at South Carolina, but you also know that you're going to have to sacrifice. You have to put your ego in your purse and hide. That's how Carolina is. Player development. You know that you're going to be pushed very hard in South Carolina. You're going to go against some of the best players in the country at practice. You know that. Some of those reasons are why some of these players are going to other schools. But when you get a player at the University of South Carolina, you know they want to work. And if they stay at Carolina for 2, 3, 4 years, you know they want to work. The fan support for South Carolina is unmatched. Unmatched by any basketball team in the country, bar none. We always lead the country in fans. When we go out visiting to other universities, the other universities get the most fans they've ever had. That's South Carolina doing what we do. We take over the gym. That is Carolina. There's no doom and gloom, ladies and gentlemen. When we talk about recruiting, it's going to happen. Just be patient. Mix in a little water with your alcohol. When you're talking about recruiting for Carolina, just be patient. I say this every single year. We will be fine. We are fine. Yes, we're missing out on some top-level recruits. Yes, we are. And we're going to miss out on some every single year. But we ain't got to get 5 of them. We need to get 3. 3 of them. And then dip in the transfer portal for 2. Then we are good. We already got 1. 2 more. 2 more high-level recruits, and I'm having a ball. It would be fine, ladies and gentlemen. Trust and believe. Tomorrow, I will be appearing on podcasts. Make sure y'all check it out. And it's going to be awesome. And we got a lot of cool things as that are happening in terms of podcasts and in terms of future and all that stuff. But if you're a Big Brother fan, Big Brother spoilers, I think I'm going to be popping up on. I was on Julie Chen's podcast recently. Just check me out. Check me out. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for supporting me on the Big Brother show. It was awesome. Thank you for the new people who rock with me on Big Brother, who transform it over to this podcast to support me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It means so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, this concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel Gamecocks every single day. You're now rocking with the best. You're not rocking with the best. Since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go.